You shouldn't talk about yourself and talk about things like this. But this is the only thing that I can be honest about. Myself and the things like this. I see them and that's the way they are. And we have to learn to be honest with ourselves in life. Not to hide the reality of how we are seeing things. Because it's how we see things that's causing the problem or causing the joy. How we see things, how we say and see things are causing the joy and the reality. Last night, Sumi and I were watching some TED programs. Anybody know what it is? TED? Huh? TED Talks. You watched it? Anybody else watches TED Talk? Oh, very good. Put your hands up high. Good. That's good. TED Talk was showing us something. One of the presentations was showing how it is that what we see is not really what is there. And what we see has nothing to do with our eyes. It has everything to do with what we have in our minds. The color is white, but we are seeing red because we are angry. The color is black, but we are seeing blue because we are happy. Our sense of feeling decides what the color looks like. But that's not what it is. So our state of mind blinds us or creates a facade of what is not. So the important thing is to have a clear state of mind. With a clear state of mind, then it's not conflicting. We see what we see. But when the mind is influenced by anger, negativity, distrust, lack of faith, lack of confidence, these things undermine the senses. We really don't hear what we should hear. We don't see what we should see. We don't taste what we should taste. When you're sick, what happens? You have a fever, the best nice soup somebody gives you, it tastes terrible. Because you're depressed. But when you're feeling good, someone gives you just some salt water to taste. Oh wow, it tastes so nice. We intune our minds to be as such. The message today is very simple. Remember that what we have in our minds, or the state of our minds, influences everything. We hear, we smell, we taste, see and touch. We must avoid that. In chapter 3 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna is talking to Arjuna, and the subject of this is the spiritual practices conforming to the disposition of the mind. Spiritual practices conforming to the disposition of the mind. That is, it's our state of mind that will decide how we practice our spiritual activities. We are intending to be spiritual. We are intended to be good, but we are deceived by what we have in our minds. And it says that's a Freudian slip. It doesn't matter what you said you wanted to say, that's what you said. Because the mind is influenced. Shivaranjani. Om Partaya Pratibhojitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grititam Purana Munina Advaita Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo. All together, please. Shri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo. The Divine Lord speaks. सदर्शं चेतस्ते क्यास्पः प्राकृते ज्ञानवानपि प्राकृतिं यन्ति भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति श्रीकृष्णाय Even the wise person, the person who is most educated, the person who is most spiritually enlightened, the person who is known to be good at all times, even that person becomes a victim because they conform to what is in their mind. When I'm angry, my anger will dominate all of my intelligence. All of my good deeds and my good ways will be thrown aside. My anger will become dominant. And as such, even a wise man behaves in conformity with their state of mind and follows that nature, and there's nothing to restrain when we are in that state. We do things that we cannot believe we would have done, and when we take a moment to stop and reflect, we ask ourselves, how did I do this? Or did I do this? So easily we become victim of that what we will call that krodha, that anger. As such, the poet tells us, I'm getting a mixture of tunes here. I need to get one straight flow. So let's sitar do it, please, okay? Up. When this state of mind is focused, and how important for us to understand as Hindus that we have been taught this from the inception. Wherever we go, we must understand that when we start our prayers, what do we say? Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Bolo. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. 3 bar, 2 more times. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. The objective of this chanting is that it eradicates all of the steam, as they say, all of the anger, all of the anxiety, all of the anger and hatred that comes when we see someone or see something that is triggered right away. You know, someone has done you something wrong, and as soon as you see them, it's them again. It doesn't matter how nice a day you're having, suddenly you turn out to be an angry person just because you see this person. Now, is it this person's fault? No. Is it your eyes' fault? No. It's what we have in our mind that's causing the problem. So, Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah is intended to say, wash away the mind, wash away the mind, wash away the mind. Let it see things as they are. See things as they are, that is a human being and that is a situation and that is what it is. But do not let our state of mind of being ignorant, angry, covetous, egotistical, all of that to confuse, and then what we see is not what is. Sometimes the problem is not the problem is the way we are looking at the problem. Sometimes the problem is not the problem is the way that we look at the problem, and it has nothing to do with our eyes. It's our mind's eyes. The mother prepares the best food and places it out on the table, and the child is upset because there was some conflict at school between that boy and that girl, and mom is trying to investigate, and mom asks, you shouldn't ask, you don't know anything, mom, and this food is terrible. Food is very good. The mind is totally corrupted as such. Everything will be terrible. Will someone make this young man sit down, please? Please. As such, we have to remember that our state of mind is the key. The food will taste bitter. The love that is being given by our friends who love us, even that we discard because of our state of mind. The goodness of nature because of our state of mind. One writer says, we must never stop to fail. We must never fail to look around and to appreciate all that is good around us. We look around and see what's bad all the time. Let's stop and, as they say, stop and smell the roses. Even when it's winter. Look for the good in the situation and then ask yourself, if the good in the situation is that it is chaotic, then the question is, what can I do to reduce the chaos to calm? And if I can't do anything, pray that someone else will. But do not look and be critical of the chaotic situation when, first of all, maybe it's chaos because of your state of mind, or it's chaos because of how you feel about those people. And in reality, it is not chaos. It is just a situation. Now, all of us go to bed in the evening, and if you're like me, my wife gets up in the morning. As soon as she gets up, the bed has to be made up very quick and nice and firm, and everything has to be organized. Every pillow has to be in place. And when we go to bed at night, and after we sleep, you wake up the next morning, everything seems to be so much out of place. And if you walk into that room, you'll think, oh my God, this place is such a mess. But that's after you sleep. When you wake up, it's supposed to go back to normality. Sometimes you must look at what we are seeing and ask ourselves what time of the day it is. Maybe it's the time of the day for things to look this way. It will change. Do not consider that the way it looks is the way it is and the way it will always be. God has given us the power of discrimination. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Nama Bolo Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Nama. The Divine Lord continues. Indriyasyendrayasyartho Ragadvesho Bhyatishtato Tayortna Vashyama Gakshanto Hayasya Paripantino Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya attachment and aversion. My like, rag or dvesh, my likes and my dislikes. Attachment and aversion to the sense objects. My like and dislike of a person or a thing will determine how I will relate to that object. My like or dislike of a person will determine how I will relate to that person. My like and dislike about a food or a fruit or a concept or a mandir will determine how I relate. My likes and dislikes. If it's based on my like, I like it, that's why. I don't like it, that's why. No, when we are meeting people, greeting people, we must not have any likes and dislikes. What should it be? There is only one way. बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे या जाने किस देश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान प्यार से. If our intention is to meet and greet everyone with bade pyar se, with lots of love, not because of likes and dislikes, then we will only see the positive. But if it's likes and dislikes, it doesn't matter how the person dressed today. I don't like them. You don't look good. I don't know who you are. And if I like them, it doesn't matter how they dress. Oh, you look so good. Because I like them. So likes and dislikes determines if the person is good or not good. But that's not the reality. Our likes and dislikes must not determine who the person is. We must see the person as always being good. We must see the situations in life, not by our likes and dislikes, but by what it is. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna that Arjuna, our attachment and our aversion, or rag or dvesh, or likes and dislikes to the sense objects, if we become victims of this type of things, then our senses become our enemies. Our senses become our enemies. Our words hurt us. Our eyes, what they see, bring pain to us. Our ears, what they hear, brings pain to us. As such, we become a victim of these gifts that God has given us. Just like the fire, instead of it cooking the food and bringing light and bringing heat, it burns and consumes us. But the fire is still fire, and it will always be fire. It is how we use the fire that will make a difference in our lives. Prem Sri Krishna Chanda Bhagavan ki jai. Our message this morning is intended to present the concept that God has given us these eyes and these faculties so that we can relate to the world. But the reality is, no relationship is built without the mind being engaged. And the mind looks at the past, relates to what we see, and then makes a conclusion. Our intellect, God's given bliss to analyze. Yes, last year they were bad to me, but let me see how it is today. When I came to this country the first time in 1970 on March 11th, there was 3 feet of snow on the ground at Toronto Airport. 3 feet of snow has not been on the ground in Toronto Airport every March 11th. As a matter of fact, we got lots of snow and sometimes we didn't get any snow. So if I live my life always thinking March 11th, 3 feet of snow on the ground will be there and how cold it will be, then I'll be living in the past and in a false state. So deal with everything as it is and deal with everything in a positive way. And assuredly, we shall get positive results. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah Guru. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. One may ask this question. What I've said is so clear. Everybody understands, right? Does everybody understand what I say? If you do, clap your hands. You're clapping your hands very gently. You really don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll make him feel nice. Let me clap my hands. If you really understand, clap your hands very loudly. You don't understand anything, right? My point is here. So we all understand. So then tomorrow, as we walk out here, everything will be positive, right? We'll be smiling at everybody. There'll be no quarrels, no dissatisfaction, no confusion, no chaos, right? Right. We do understand. We do know, but there is a problem. There is always this little element that gets in the way of our good understanding. And I want to just leave you 2 verses of this. That we all have it. We just have to be aware of it and learn to control it. Like the fire. Mat kar tu abhiman re bande, jhuti teri shant re. Mat kar tu abhiman, mat kar tu abhiman. लाखों आए
तेरे जैसे लाखों आए,
लाखों इस माटी ने खाए,
लाखों इस माटी ने खाए,
रहा न नाम निशान बंदे
मत कर तू
Everybody.
मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, मुक्ति तेरी शान रे, मत कर तू अभिमान।
झूठी माया झूठी काया
झूठी माया, झूठी काया,
झूठी माया झूठी काया
झूठी माया, झूठी काया,
वो तेरा जो हरि गुण गाया, वो
तेरा
जो
हरि गुण गाया,
जप ले हरि का नाम रे बंदे
मत कर तू अभिमान,
मत
कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, मुक्ति तेरी शान रे, मत कर तू अभिमान,
मत कर तू अभिमान,
मत कर तू अभिमान।
The words of this poem, this bhajan, are very, very relevant to what we've just talked about. Jyoti Maya, Jyoti Kaya. The world that we live in is false. Even we are false. Why is that? It is false because we become the victim of the way we feel. That's a false state. Our feelings is a false state. That's not our genuine state. Our feelings of anger, animosity, greed, and false pride, that's not our natural state. That is false. Our natural state is to be good, to be kind, to be sweet, to be understanding, to be forgiving. Anything else is false. Wo tera jo hari guna gaye. So the only thing that will bring this real, the genuine truth is our relationship with God. Stay close to that relationship. You know, we have many relationships and then we say, this is the true relationship. Those are just lip service relationship, you know. Oh, I like you, you're good. But then you know the genuine relationships you have in your life? That you know that they're there for you. They may not be physically there, but they are there in spirit for you at all times. The Spirit of God is there for us at all times. Japale Hari ka naam re bande. So then, take that faith. And that faith of the reality that God is the only genuine and real thing. As the one poet says, Bhagwan hi saathi hai. Know that the one friend that you can have that never will ever drop you out or shock you out or diss you is God. Prem Swarup Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai. Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Let me take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you. Kaun pehle baar aaye hai? Who's here in Ram Mandir for the first time? Any newcomers? 1, 2. Only 2? Let's give them a big hand, please. We welcome you to Sri Ram Mandir and invite you to come as often as you can. This mandir is open 7 days a week, 15 hours a day. And who's renewing their acquaintances after being away for a long time? Put your hands up, please. Those who haven't been here for the last 2 months and are now put here. Put your hands up, come on. Quite a few of you here. Give them also a big round of applause. And all those who took a vacation while I was not here, put your hands up. Yes, okay. We welcome you back, please. I must take a moment and ask all of you to help me in joining and complimenting all the members of our Kirtan Mandali, especially the young people, for the wonderful job they are doing here and they have done when I was not here. Let's give them a big hand, please. I witnessed the sermon in South Africa at 6 in the afternoon when it was 11 o'clock here, or 6 or 7 o'clock. And people were amazed to see that I am not there and everything is doing so well. It was quite clear to me that I wasn't needed. And it was a wonderful feeling to see that everything went on so perfect. It is also a good feeling to know that we are transiting and that we are building the foundations for the future with the new generation. But in building this foundation with the new generation, I want to say that there are many of you who can do more than you're doing and keep saying we will do, but are not doing anything. Stop making false promises. Get engaged, get involved. Whether you're a mother, father, or you're a child or grandparent, there is something you can do. Tanisha. It's Tanisha, right? One of my sisters is here today and she's at university. And although she's so far away, from time to time she reminds me of the things that she can do and how she can help. She writes her articles and sends them in, and then whenever she's here, she can do that. That's a classic example of a commitment. It doesn't matter how far she is. Give her a big hand, please. Now, whether far or near, the commitment must be genuine. When you make a commitment, don't wait to be asked 10 times. Get out there, get engaged, do it. We have lots of activities coming up, starting in the end of March. Navratri, then Ram Navami, followed immediately by Hanuman Jayanti. These are lots of activities. We shall be having Ram Katha during this Navratri because immediately after Navratri is Ram Janam. And then after Ram Janam, there will be Hanuman Jayanti. So there will be lots of 9 and close to about 21 days of activity whereby Mandir will be active and more active. And we like all of your involvement. Every family should commit to at least 5 families per night of Navratri to sit down and listen to Ram Katha. 1 hour of Katha every night, nothing more than that. At 8:30 we are wrapping up. By 9 o'clock you should be on your way home. And this is the plan for Navratri because the weather may be unpredictable. But sit down now and decide with your family that one night you'll go to Mandir as the entire family and we will listen to Ram Katha. What is Ram Katha? Our life. How our life is, and we will understand things of how we can make our lives better. So please, join me in making these a reality. Can I have the slides? Is it there? I'm not sure. Of course, before Ram Navami and Navratri, we have the festival of spring. You wouldn't know it if you look outside, but yes, it is here. Holi, the festival of colors, that is the changing of the seasons, spring season there. So this Wednesday we shall be celebrating Holi here, there, somewhere, depending on the weather. And we'll be singing, we have a wonderful dynamite group of people who have come out to join us to sing Chautal, and everybody else is welcome to do this. And we will sing and dance and play colors outside, not in the mandir, not in the washrooms, not in the banquet hall, because the cleanup program is too costly. So bear that in mind. This is Preeti Bhoj. Okay, here we are. Today's Preeti Bhoj is sponsored in memory of Ramdaya Beni Prasad by our children. Let's give them a big hand, please. Our Sanskrit class is still on and they're taking students. Jalaram Baba Satsang, March 8 from 4 to 6. And then March break. March break is the week when all the kids are off from school. We offer services here to take care of your children during that time. It's a wonderful experience to get your children involved in. Holy celebration will be on March 4th. And then we have our Holy program. Next slide. This is on March 7th, Saturday. There are tickets available for $5 for this program. Please support our children. All of the classes will be making presentations. We need you to buy your tickets today so that we can know what kind of capacity we have. $5, just $5. nothing, doesn't give you nothing. For $5, you'll be entertained for 2 hours. Let's give the group a big hand for putting this together. What we would like to mention, if anyone would like to sponsor any of the evenings during Navratri, please go to the office and let them know your names. Sponsorship means many things. Above all is you are making a commitment to be part of Navratri, to come, to participate in puja. You may contribute some money towards the bhojan, all of the above, to bring prasad, to help. All of these are different ways of getting involved. We just had an orientation of many volunteers, but we still need more volunteers to help out in the evening during Navratri, to help serve the food, to prepare the food, and to do things. Our young people have been doing a fantastic job, but it's time some of the grown-ups get involved. Those people who come home and watch TV from 6:30 until 10 o'clock in the night, we need you to come out here and get involved. Give us one day, 4 hours. I assure you, you'll be younger and you'll live 4 hours longer. At least 4 hours longer. So get involved. There's no excuse. Don't say, okay, I don't have time. Make the time. If you do this, then your children will make the time. But if you think only the young people should do things and you shouldn't, then they will not do anything. They will not learn anything. Then you'll sit one day and say, where did I go wrong? Is where you didn't go right is the question. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Of course, Satyanarayana Katha will be also on March 4th. It is full moon, so please check the calendar for that activity. And in the month of April, we will be having Maha Satyanarayana Katha. Please note this. This is in celebration of the installation of the Lakshmi Narayan Murti, the main Murtis. Anyone who wants to participate in Satyanarayana Katha for that event in April, please let the office know that you want to participate as a Yajman in that Katha. Satyanarayana Katha is something that we do every month, but on that month we'll be doing it specifically during this occasion. And we invite you again as families to get involved. Those of you who brought prasad, please come forward to show off a bhog.
आवो भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन 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 मेरे के मेरा सुदाम के तंदुला मेरे के मेरे सुदाम के तंदुला मेरे के मेरा सुदाम के तंदुला मेरे के मेरे सुदाम के तंदुला रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो सागत गुर कहकाय मेरे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आपके वासो आपके गागे आपके
we are looking for those of you who have an interest in participating in theatrical performances. That is, we will have all kinds of activities that includes theater, presentation of either contemporary plays or Puranic plays or historic plays or religious plays. If you are interested in getting involved, it doesn't mean you have to be a star. We're not looking for Hrithik Roshan and Aishwarya Rai. We're looking for people who wants to get involved. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you're interested, when you tell the office about this, tell them you're interested in the theatrical group, and we need your name, phone number, and email, and we will be talking to you. We want to put together a troupe that will be presenting during the summer, during the August month for Krishna Leela, and also during the end of the year for Ram Leela. So we're looking for those who want to participate in these events. We invite everyone to please stand down for Aarti. Let our seniors come first, please.
जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट मन में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम
जय जगदीश हरे।
जो जावे पल पावे, स्वामी दुख दिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे। रस में गई तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहूँ मैं जिसकी। स्वामी शरण गहूँ मैं जिसकी। तुम बिना और न दूजा, प्रभु बिना और न दूजा। आस करूँ जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी। स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर। तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता। स्वामी तुम पालन करता। सेवक तुम स्वामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी। कृपा करो वरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति। स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। जिस हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने शरण बनाओ द्वार पर मेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तन मन धन सब है तेरा
स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण प्यारा ही मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
श्याम सुंदर जी की आरती
जो कोई नर गावे स्वामी जो कोई नर गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी कहत शिवानंद स्वामी मनवांछित फल पावे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
जगदीश हरे
स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे
भक्त जनों के संग
दास जनों के संग
जन में दूर करे
ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संग दास जनों के संग जन में दूर करे ओम जय
जगदीश हरे
ओम
जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
That is all. Please clasp our hands and close our eyes. Children, hands in front of our chest like this. Bow our heads humbly. Close our eyes as we offer our concluding prayers. We appeal to God to guide us each day. That, O Lord, let us not become victims of our anger, our ego, our anxiety, our greed, lust, our likes and dislikes. Let us see the world as it is. Let us see every human being with the goodness in them. Let us see every situation with a positive eye at all times. As we pray, we ask you to forgive us for whatever errors we might have made here today, knowingly or otherwise. And we beseech you, O Bhagavan, to be our constant guidance, our sustenance and protection as we continue to live in your world. Hari Om. Shanta.
भुजगशयनं
पद्मनाभं
सुरेशं
विश्वाधारं
गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं
लक्ष्मीकान्तं
कमलनयनं
योगिविज्ञानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु
भवभयहरणं
सर्वलोकनाथं ॐ दौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति रापः शान्ति विश्वधय शान्ति वनस्पतय शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वे शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति For those of us who can, please bow our heads touching the ground. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Asto Ma Sadagamaya Tamsu Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om सीतापति रामचंद्र भगवान की सत्य सनातन धर्म की सब कोई जय 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 सिया राम जय माता. Everyone please be seated. One more announcement. All those who are 13 years old and those up to 13 to 25, please stand up. 13 to 25, please stand. 13 to 20, stand tall. That's it. 13 to 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I want to request all of you to help us today to serve the seniors. You have to smile. Everybody, are you good? If you're willing to do this, put your hands up, please. Some of them are putting their hands up so slow. Put your hands high up. Let's give them a big hand, folks. Our volunteers for today. Please go to the cafeteria and go to the people over at where the food, and they will direct you. You will be only working for 15 minutes, maximum 15 to 20 minutes, and then you will have bhojan also. Thank you.